Let's start talking about Maresca. You know, where was that thing? What did Maresca say in his press conference yesterday? See if we can find a summary. Enzo Maresca. Mm-mm-mm. Carragher also had something to say about Chelsea. Where is this? Jamie Carragher, my big problem with Chelsea is not to do with Maresca as such. It's the 3.5 years with the money that's been spent, and you turn up at Old Trafford with that goalkeeper and those centre backs. It makes, you know, Jamie Carragher doesn't like Chelsea, but this kind of, I agree with what he said. I was also thinking, like, how did we spend so much money and still lack so much quality? And it's not like we've been spending 30 million, 20 million. We have been spending hundreds of millions. We Chelsea fans, or me personally, we banter Florian Wirtz not hitting the ground running, but we have we have our two midfielders, centre mids, is almost worth 200 million, or they are worth 200 million. That's what we bought them. But the one midfielder's name is Enzo Fernandez, and he's not doing the job. He's inconsistent. Imagine if we had Lampard. Like, don't want to talk about history, but Enzo Fernandez strikes me as a Lampard type of player, but he doesn't contribute to goals as much as I want him to. Because I expect him to take shots. I expect him to make that late run into the box and to score. He had a late run into the box against Manchester United, but he took a touch and the ball just fell off. And we need to invest better, man. We need to. Our club, what is the objective of this club? Is it to make money or is it to win trophies? These guys can just come out and say, the owners can just come out and tell us that, guys, we are the Chelsea owners and we are here to make money. We are not here to win trophies. And then I can just say, it's fine. I will not I will not care about winning trophies also, because that the owners told me that we are not here to win trophies, we're here to make money. So I don't have to, I can give up. I can't put my hope in this team, because why should I put my hope in a team that's not there to win trophies? Let's see, what did Enzo Maresca say in his interview yesterday. Maresca says he is very what? Maresca says he's very worried about Chelsea slipping up tomorrow in this type of game, but there will be some academy in the squad. Maresca says he's very worried about Chelsea slipping up in this type of game. So he's worried. I don't understand. You're worried, bro. Why are you worried? Why are you worried? It's crazy. Oh my days. Oh man. Okay, that was that. Let's see what Maresca said even more. Maresca, I'd love to rest Dawson and Trev. The problem is that we also have West Fofana playing after a long time. So if we rest Dawson, if we rest Trev, and if we rest West, probably I need to play some part of the game. We don't have defenders, so some of them need to play. It's quite late. It's kind of late. It's it's actually late to say that now. Actually, very late. It's late. How can you say explicitly now? How can you explicitly now say that we don't have defenders? When the transfer window was open, you did not say that. You did not say it. You were leaving hints and tricks and what and who and where. You were supposed to say that time. You were supposed to say that time. We don't have defenders. I need to sign a defender. Why didn't you say it explicitly? Why are you saying it now, Enzo Maresca? Come on, guys. Come on. If they fire you, you have a lot of money, bruv. But speak your mind like Antonio Conte did at Tottenham Hotspurs before he left. He spoke his mind. He said what needed to be done at the club to be successful. So what you need to do is speak your mind. You're a man. You're a grown man, bruv. Don't understand these coaches sometimes, man. They don't wanna they don't wanna say what needs to be said. You're a coach. You were a player once. You know how it feels. You know what drives you. You know what your objective is. It's not money. Your objective is to win trophies. So come out and tell the owners, my name is Enzo Maresca. And what we need to do at this club in order to be successful is buy player A, player B, player C, player D. And then after, we will be successful. Don't just sit there with your mouth closed like a puppet dingling on the strings. Anyways, let's continue, see what he said more. He said further, we have a meeting with medical staff to discuss the best solution for Cole Palmer. So what I've heard so far is that Cole Palmer might have to go for surgery, so we can actually start thinking of the fact that we might not having Cole Palmer in the squad for a very, very long time. But I think it's best for him to go for surgery because carrying an injury, how long? And the longer you carry this injury, the longer you take those injections just to numb the pain. In the background, the injury is worsening and worsening and worsening. And later, it won't be, even surgery won't be able to fix you. So go for the surgery. Stay out of play. We signed Estevao. I think Estevao can be a creative player. Not to say he's going to be on Cole Palmer's level. We don't know on what level he's going to end up on, but as of now, Cole Palmer knows the league, knows how to play with the squad. He's the guy that provides the goals and the assists. So it will be a big miss, but someone needs to step up. And Cole Palmer needs to go for surgery. And that's what I want. I want him so that he can come back 100%. And we need to find a way not for him to get injured in the future again. Of course, you cannot you cannot have your most important player being injury prone. Hazard wasn't injury prone, and that's why he had so much success with us. What did he say again? If Liverpool continue in this way, I think it is possible to catch them. What? Not just. I think it is possible, not just for us, but for all clubs. They have been doing fantastic job. This is a contradictory statement, man. If Liverpool continue in this way, I think it is. Oh, it is impossible. Of course, no one is catching Liverpool. Liverpool is gone. Liverpool is gone. Here's a few more words on the players that they have decided to buy. Show they have intention of the club to go again for the Premier League and the Champions League, and that's quite clear. Yep, not the players that we bought. We bought one striker and we sold all the rest of them. Here is someone talking on the surgery that I referred to. I would be surprised if Palmer doesn't take up surgery option at some point, perhaps even very soon. They want to exhaust all avenues before taking collective, but it's not looking good as it is. Palmer just needs to take the surgery. We need Palmer to take the surgery. It's an investment for the future. We don't need to think about it now. Now we are trash. We are trash at this point in time, and it doesn't help to have Palmer while we are still losing. So it's a lose lose for us. It's a lose 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 lose. Palmer will be injured even longer if we don't give him surgery. So let's just solve the problem now and invest for the future. You know. But that's it. That's how the cookie crumbles. But now I want to talk about Chelsea. Let's talk about Chelsea's squad depth. Let's talk about Chelsea's squad. Do we really think that Chelsea has what it takes to even go for the top four this season? I'm starting to doubt this team. I'm starting to doubt this team. So this is our players. This is what we have. We have Sanchez, Jorgensen. I don't know. Is the Slolina player still with us? Tossen, Badiashil, Colwell, Hato. Colwell is injured. Hato, Chaloba, James, Castro, Fofana, Chimpong, Fernandez, Esugo, Santos, Caicedo, Lavia, Neto, Delep, Palmer, George, Estevao, Buenanote, Mark, Carnacho, and Mudrik. Mudrik is still on our books. Interesting to say the least. But do we really do we really have enough quality in this team? Do we really have the players that can break down a team and score goals? Personally, like I said, I'm starting to lose hope in this team. I'm starting to doubt this team, starting to think that we didn't do enough. João Pedro has been scoring goals, but he seems also to be. He tried his best against Manchester United. João Pedro tried his best, but still failed because not failed personally, but his efforts were in vain because of the fact that the players around him they don't show quality. Caicedo is a defensive player. His job is to win the ball back and give it to a creative player. And the creative player then further builds up play. And in return, we create an opportunity to score a goal. So Caicedo being our best player doesn't the, the the play doesn't evolve into a goal directly from Caicedo. I know he took a shot, was it against Brentford? He scored. Fine, individual brilliance, but it won't happen every week in week out. It won't happen week in week out. So that's what it is, guys. Like I don't know, man. I really don't know. Most of the time when we have the ball in wide areas, there's no one in the box, no striker in the box. Fine, João Pedro is the one that's on the wing. Whom are we going to cross to? What I think what needs to happen tonight is that we have to change the whole team. The whole team needs to change. We have to change the whole team. We have to change the whole team. Where is this? I think Pong even needs to be, he can start with Dawson. Hato needs to start. Jorgensen obviously will start. Jorgensen. Jorgensen. Jorgensen needs to start. Caicedo needs to go off. Santos needs to start. Is Buenanote, maybe Dawson also off. Badia Shield on. Gittens needs to start. Neto off. Garnacho maybe plays as a striker. Estavao there. Who else is there? Is Buenanote even available? Maybe Estavao there. Buenanote is the 10. Is Lavia back? But he was talking about academy players that might start. But Esugu is injured. Castro will obviously start at right back. We need to change the whole team. The whole team. The lap is injured. Just put him one side. Put those guys one side. They are injured. These guys are injury play. Put them there. Maybe we get a midfielder, but this is the team that needs to start. We need to start a whole different team because he was talking about resting players. So we need to start this team. Estavao Garnacho can play as a false nine, or maybe even Gittens can play as a false nine because I feel like Garnacho is more deadly on the right wing. Like we said, seen with the transition of Dembele, maybe Gittens is that type of player. Maybe he can play up front. Maybe we can try. Maybe we can mold him. Maybe we can change him to be that type of player that changes from a winger to a more central attacking player, more central like a striker, false nine, that type of player. But that's it, guys. That's our team. That is our team, and we also have injuries. The injury struggle continues, and there's nothing we can do about it. The struggle is real at Chelsea. Is Maresca the right man for the job at the end of the day? That's a question we also need to start asking. Is Maresca just an average coach? I mean, he brought Leicester City to the Premier League. He got them promoted. Leicester City was already a quality team. They already had a style of play. I don't think Maresca changed much in that Leicester City team. They still have that core of knowing how to win. I mean, Jamie Vardy was still there. I'm sure he had a great influence on the players, even if it's newer players that came in. So yeah, let's hope for the best. Let's hope Chelsea can get the job done convincingly tonight. Convincingly, because this Lincoln team, is it Lincoln? What's their name now? Even Chelsea. Just check. It's Lincoln City. Where are they? Are they a second division team? Third division. Lincoln City. They play in the championship. They are a championship team. So we can't write them off. We can't write off Lincoln City. So maybe we shouldn't make so many changes because it seems like Lincoln City is a good team. They're going to come with drive. They're going to come with intent. But I also want us to rest Caicedo. We need Caicedo to rest. Maybe James goes in the midfield. Maybe James goes in the midfield and then Caicedo rests and Castro plays on the right wing. When not the kittens. João Pedro also needs to rest. We can bring on the big boys in the second half. That's what I feel like we must do. We can bring on the big boys in the second half, and that's what I think should happen. It's also, of course, it's also an away game for us. An away game for us, and I'm nervous. I'm nervous, guys. I am nervous for tonight's game. I am nervous. Will it be another Grimsby story where Manchester United lost against Grimsby? But they even lost against a Grimsby. If you had to do the math, Man U beat us, Grimsby beat Man U. It means that Lincoln City will beat us. But it's not that simple. So I don't know, man. I really don't. Hopefully we can win. Get back to winning ways, or maybe I should also start the challenge of not cutting my hair until we win 5 matches in a row. Back to default settings.